Hey, Nation, back with Chip Reeves of Bigger Brains. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right. Hey, I wanted to tell you, your Bigger Brains is now part of what I like to call the conversation. I was just in a phone call earlier today, and the lady rattled off two or three training organizations, and you were one of them. And that's where you want to be, right? That's you want to be part of the conversation. You don't want to be absent from the conversation.
As long as it's a good part of the conversation and not, let me tell you what these guys did to me. No, it's good. And it kind of makes sense. I mean, it's, back in the hardware days, and I've been in the channel 30 something years at this point, but, we used to always have that joke about the short between the keyboard and the chair, right? That it was a user error and whatever. So it's inevitable that at some point, the channel gets around to trying to fix that short between the keyboard and the chair, right? And trying to help the user be more productive, be more efficient, be a better computer user. And that's what Bigger Brains is all about.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's talk about the year ahead. What's news? What's going on in your courseware development? What's going on in the industry?
Well, I mean, the industry is, crazy like everything else. For us, we're part of the learning and development industry. And of course, all of that is kind of really focused on online training, which puts us in a good position. We're trying to deliver what our customers are asking for. Really, a lot of what we've just delivered in Q4 is big updates to our Microsoft 365 library. The Microsoft, to their credit, has put a lot of new features and a lot of new functionality in things like Teams, SharePoint with like Viva Connections and Viva Learning. And so we're constantly having to update our courses to keep track of those. Now that we've got those pretty well up to date, we've got another update coming through for Office 2010. And then we're working on some new stuff for new professionals in the workplace.
2010? Wait a minute. It's 2022.
True. But in the same way that a lot of us still use Office 2019, there is also an Office 2021 that was released in, I think it was October. So it's
okay, got it. Okay,
very new as a version. We're still working on that.
Yeah, a lot of new features and functionality. Now, are you doing courseware development outside the Microsoft product stack?
Yeah, we are. I think that's a big focus for us in Q2 and Q3. We do a little bit with like Google and Adobe and Intuit. But we're also doing a lot of business skills development. So we're doing a new line of new professional training for young people just entering the business workforce. Especially, we see a lot of people that are maybe leaving retail and restaurant jobs. We're moving into a corporate job, and they may not have training on what's appropriate to put in an email. When do you use an email, and when do you use Microsoft Teams? Is it safe to use exclamation points and emojis, which is actually a big topic of debate amongst my staff right now? These kinds of questions. So we're working on a series of courses to help new people enter more of a business professional corporate workspace for the first time.
Yeah. And all things being equal, I know these are crazy times, but if and when industry events return at a fairly robust pace, is that part of your business model? Would we see Bigger Brains at ConnectWise or a DattoCon, or do you do events?
We do. As you know, Nancy Williams is our channel manager, and Nancy loves to do events. We tend to do a lot more smaller events. I know that we're lined up to do a couple of ASCII events this year. The IT Build or Build IT event, IT Compass. There's a couple of those events that we're lined up for. We've looked at ConnectWise, we've looked at IT Nation, we've looked at DattoCon. Those are, certainly the biggest events. Also make some kind of more expensive events. So whether or not we do those, I don't know. But you'll definitely see us at probably at least 5, if not 15, of the smaller events this year.
All righty. Well, hey, we'll check in next quarter, and hopefully those events will be occurring.
Yeah, hopefully it actually happens.
All right. Thanks, Chip.
Thanks, Harry.